outside.
I'm sorry, but I'm hot too, and we've already posed for one picture.
That you did, but you fidgeted so much that Mr. Carroll had to tell us that.
Oh, no need for that. Just call me Louis.
Louis had to.
He had to tell us the story. Tell us that lovely one. The one with the white rabbit.
Oh, yes, I remember. She was a strange sort of creature, always running around saying, I'm late, I'm late.
And she worried about her gloves. I remember her gloves.
Oh, my stars.
And there's a cat that disappeared in a strange caterpillar.
And there was a queen. Oh, she was terribly mean.
Off with her head.
Do you think you'll get close to me if I tell you the rest of the story?
Oh, Mrs. Rabbit! Hello?
Oh, mustn't be late. Oh, my stars. Oh, my ears and whiskers.
Oh, Mrs. Rabbit! Hello? Mrs. Rabbit, where are you going? What a curious little hole. Whoa! Ouch!
Who are you?
That is not a very polite way of introducing yourself, you know. My name is Alice. How do you do?
Whatever are you doing here? I suppose you're going to say you fell from the sky?
Well, no. As a matter of fact, I remember chasing a rabbit. He was running very fast and saying,
Oh, my ears and whiskers.
yes, exactly like that. He fell through this rabbit hole and I followed him. It was the most extraordinary rabbit hole. Why, I thought I might almost fall straight through the earth.
Must have been a very remarkable rabbit.
Oh no, there was nothing so very remarkable about him, except he had something in his pocket. A watch in his waistcoat pocket.
Like this one?
Yes, and he kept saying,
Oh dear, I shall be too late.
yes.
Well, goodbye.
I'm sure you mean hello. I only just got here.
Goodbye, hello, goodbye, hello, goodbye, hello.
I wish you'd make up your mind.
No time for that. Oh dear, look how late it's getting.
Late for what?
Difficult to say. Very, very difficult to say.
But if you don't know what you're late for.
No time for that now. Hello?
But wait! Mrs. Rabbit! Mrs. Rabbit, where are you going? Where are you, Mrs. Rabbit? Hello? She's gone. How very strange. Doors!
Knock, knock, knock.
I guess no one's home, so I'll just open it and... Locked. Well, maybe this one will be open. Locked again. I must have fallen miles and miles. I must be towards the center of the earth and all these doors. How will I ever get home? A passage, but it's no smaller than a mouse hole. How can anyone fit in there? Oh, look, that's the loveliest garden I've ever seen. I would love to go into that garden. Maybe if I could just fit my head in. Even if I could fit my head in, it would be no use without my shoulders. That wasn't there before. It says drink me. Well, it doesn't seem poison, so it must be safe. Yum! It tastes like cherries and pineapple and roast turkey and toffee. Oh, what a curious feeling! Whoa!
Look at my tiny little hands. And my tiny little feet. Oh, I do hope I stop shrinking. What if this goes on and I shrink away to nothing? But at least I can fit through the door. Oh no, the key! I left it on the table. Oh, what's this? Well, it says eat me. And if I eat it and it makes it grow larger, I get the key. And if it makes it grow smaller, I can just creep under the door. But either way, I'll get into the garden. At any rate, it's very good cake.
Whoa! Curiouser and curiouser. Now I'm opening up like the biggest telescope there ever was. Goodbye, feet. Oh, look! Where's the key? I must have fallen miles and miles. And stop crying. You should be ashamed of yourself, a great girl like you, going on crying this way. Stop it this instant. Especially because I can't remember why I started crying. I'm shutting up again. I'm shrinking. And I didn't even eat a bite or drink a drop. It must be in my system. I must run. I don't know where or why, but I must run. Why, it's salt water.
Excuse me.
Why? What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
Then what do you want to be excused for?
I don't want to be excused for anything, really.
In that case, I would advise you not to say excuse me.
Please don't swim away.
We can't swim in one place.
Why? You're rats.
No comment.
Can't you tell me where I am?
You ought to know they're your tears, not mine.
My tears?
Quite good tears. I'd say you're quite blubbery.
But don't rats cry?
Not this much. It'll take me 100 years to cry a pool this size.
I must tell Dinah.
Who's Dinah?
Dinah's my dear little cat. A cat? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't suppose we should talk about cats.
We weren't.
But Dinah's such a sweet pet. I'm sure you take a great fancy to her. She purrs and she watches with her paws. She's such a great one for catching. Uh-oh.
She's a serpent.
I beg your pardon.
Pardon granted.
Good. Now, how do we get out of here?
Try swimming to shore.
What do I find there?
Depends what shore you swim to.
Well, I was looking for a white rabbit.
Why?
Well, I followed him and poof, he vanished.
A likely story.
I believe he's on his way to the croquet game.
That's so.
You think I should attend the croquet game too?
Did she invite you?
Who?
Queen.
No, but I have a feeling that's where I'm going.
Better see the Duchess first.
Where can I find her?
Where she lives, of course. But don't say I told you. I don't care to have my head chopped off.
Neither do I.
That's what she'll do, you know.
Who, the Duchess?
No, the Queen. She's a commonly fond of me anyway.
That's very rude.
Try telling her that.
Wait, I have some questions that I'd like to ask you. I didn't like to swim away when I'm finished yet. I wish I hadn't cried so much. I'm about to drown in my own tears. That would be a strange thing to be sure. But then again, everything's changed today. Look! A tiny little glove. Exactly like the ones the White Rabbit was wearing when she was running away from me.
The Queen, Her Majesty the Queen should be furious if I kept her waiting.
Oh, how do you do, missus?
None of that business now. The Queen, I tell you, the Queen.
Yes, you told me, but very little of what you say makes any sense.
I'm late, I tell you, and now I've lost one of my gloves. I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere.
You mean this?
Give it back.
I most certainly will not.
You will not.
Not until you ask politely.
I haven't the time.
Anyone can take the time to be polite.
I have some plum pudding. If I give it to you, will you give me my glove back?
Well, I'm rather fond of plum pudding. Right here.
Oh, my ears and whiskers.
But that doesn't excuse your being
Late, I know. Mustn't be late.
Now the first thing I must do is swim to shore. Everything's getting so curiouser all the time.
You see this handsomely engraved invitation, I suppose?
Yes, I do.
Well, it's not for you, so stop your whining.
I beg your pardon.
That will do no good whatsoever. I'm in no position to grant pardons.
The very idea.
That's it, the very idea. You're rather bright, but your hair wants cutting.
Personal comments are not in very good taste.
And your taste is just what we'll have when the tarts are ready.
What tarts?
I know, you know, the invitation is for the Duchess to accompany the Queen in a game of croquet and have a tart with her afterwards.
It is?
The Queen of Hearts, she made some tarts all on a summer's day, and so forth.
Yes, but has anyone stolen the tarts yet?
Not yet, but we have to run quickly.
Wait, why are we running?
To stay in the same place.
I don't want to stay in the same place if you don't mind.
But I do mind. Hurry, time for knocks on the door.
What door?
There!
Knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knock.
Servant of the Duchess at your service.
The Queen invites the Duchess to a game of croquet and dearly hopes she can attend. Or else.
I see.
Achoo! Bless you.
Pay no attention to her. She's waiting for her haircut.
It's not her turn.
I know, but she kept screaming at me.
The Duchess is not fond of people who scream. She's highly sensitive to screaming.
I didn't scream and I'm not waiting for a haircut.
Why do you need a haircut?
I don't need a haircut.
She makes No sense at all.
None whatsoever.
I think your dad would kind of confuse me.
The Duchess is very sensitive to confusion. Okay, I'll give her the invitation and pray I don't get it with a pot.
The Duchess might throw a pot at you.
No, but the cook will.
Very strange household, I'd say.
Please don't expect me to stay. They'll make cherries for the tarts.
If you run that way, you can't see where you're going.
I know, made for surprises. Wait till she meets the Duchess and her cook.
Speak properly to your little boy and pinch him when he sneezes. He only does it to annoy because he knows it teases. I know a million verses of that song, and I hate them all. Achoo!
Bless you.
Well, I never. What's the matter with you? Want to get bouncing? There, that ought to do it. Pig.
I don't like to interfere, but...
Piggy, pig, pig. Dance me a jig. Pour on molasses and call it away. Achoo!
Bless you. Achoo! Bless me.
What a terrible conversationalist you are, and that's a fact. Try the soup.
The soup? Well, all right. Bless you. Blessing people when they sneeze is a form of good manners.
Do tell.
There may be a bit too much pepper in the soup. Gracious! What an unusually pussycat you are. Are you smiling, kitty?
It's not a smile, it's more of a grin. Pig!
Please, are you addressing the cat, the baby, or me?
Pig, pig, piggy, pig, pig!
Don't think me forward, but is there a reason for a cat to grin like that?
Certainly, he's a Cheshire cat.
Really?
I said it, didn't I? So it's so.
But Daddy doesn't grin.
That's her problem.
But Dad is a cat too. My dear little kitty puss. And I'm frequently wondering how I can get back home so I can see her right now.
Stop wondering. If you were living backwards like me, you'd be home by last Wednesday.
But I'm not living backwards, I'm living forwards.
The mess people make of their lives. But there's no time for tea.
I didn't ask for tea.
I suppose I'll need white gloves and a fan.
Oh yes, I remember. I was wondering if Your Highness, if you could tell me how to get to the Queen's croquet game.
Certainly, I could tell you, but then again, I could choose not to tell you. Do you see my predicament?
Do you think the Queen will object my company?
Nothing to fret about, even if she does.
Well,
Here, let's make a game out of it. After the Queen has you beheaded, I'll go and box her ears. Now won't that be fun?
no.
There are two things I just can't abide, and the other is rudeness.
Please forgive me. I don't wish to seem rude, nor do I wish to be beheaded.
Here, I must ready myself for the Queen's croquet game.
Well, I never. They might have said goodbye. What am I going to do with this dear little baby? There. I should treat you as roughly as the Duchess did. Now, rock-a-bye baby. What a strange little child. I do believe she somewhat resembles a pig!
42, 28, 35, elemental P, X, Y, Z, hat! 24, 42, elemental P, and X, Y, Z, and hat!
like that? Explain yourself.
I can't explain myself, ma'am, because I'm afraid. Don't you see?
I don't see.
Well, perhaps you haven't found it yet, but when you have to turn into a butterfly, I'm sure you'd feel a little strange, don't you think?
Not a bit.
Well, all I know is it would feel strange to me.
You. Who are you?
I think you ought to tell me who you are first.
Why?
Oh, this conversation is going nowhere.
Wait, I have something very important to say. Keep your temper.
Is that all?
No. So you think you've changed, do you?
Yes? I can't stay the same size for more than 10 minutes at a time.
Well, what size do you want to be?
I'd like to be a little taller, ma'am. Being 3 inches is such a wretched height to be.
It's a very good height indeed. I'm exactly 3 inches high.
But I'm not used to it. I wish the creatures here wouldn't be so easily offended.
You'll get used to it in time. One side will make you grow bigger, and the other side will make you grow smaller.
One side of what and the other side of what?
Of the mushroom, of course.
The mushroom? Oh. One side will make it grow taller, and the other side will make it grow shorter? Which side is which? Taller, shorter, shorter, taller. I'll just try a little bit of this one and see what it does. Oh dear!
Serpent. I am not a serpent. Leave me alone.
Serpent, I say, as if it wasn't enough trouble hatching those eggs, but I must be on the lookout for serpents night and day. I haven't had wink of sleep for 3 weeks.
I'm very sorry if I've annoyed you.
We build our nest in the highest tree we can find, and what happens? Another one comes wriggling down from the sky. Ugh, serpent.
But I'm not a serpent, I tell you.
Well, what are you? So you're trying to make something up.
I'm a little girl.
A likely story. I've seen a many good little girls in my time, but not one with a neck as long as that. Nope, you're a serpent, and there's no use denying it. I suppose you'll be telling me, I don't eat eggs.
I eat eggs, of course, but little girls eat as many eggs as serpents do, you know.
I don't believe that. At any rate, you're looking for eggs. I know that well enough. And what do I care if they're local or serpent?
Well, it matters a great deal to me. At any rate, I'm not looking for eggs, but if I was, I wouldn't want yours. I don't like them raw.
Be off then.
Oh, how much trouble I'm having getting along with people. How confusing all these changes are. I never know what I'm going to be from 1 minute to the next. At any rate, I should be getting to my normal size. There now, that's about right. How nice it is to be the exact same height of a little girl. Now, I should be on my way to that lovely garden. Meow. Oh, the kitty. Meow. Aww. Aww. Excuse me, you startled me just now. Why are you grinning like that?
Like this?
Yes, why do you always grin like that?
Because I am a Cheshire cat.
I didn't know Cheshire cats could grin. In fact, I didn't know cats could grin.
All cats can, and most of them do.
I don't know any that can.
You don't know much, and that's a fact.
If you could, please, Cheshire cat, could you tell me where I ought to go from here?
That depends on a great deal of where you want to go.
Oh, well, I did want to go to this lovely garden, but I'm becoming so tired, it doesn't really matter where I go.
It doesn't matter which way you go.
Oh no, I do so want to get somewhere.
You're sure to do that if you only walk long enough.
I'll change the subject. What kind of people live about here?
That way lives a hatter, and that way lives a hare. Because either you like, they're both mad.
But I don't want to visit mad people.
You can't help that. We're all mad here. I'm mad. You're mad.
How do you know I'm mad?
You must be. You wouldn't be able to come here.
I don't think that proves anything at all.
Believe whatever you like. Do you play Kill the Queen today?
I'd like to very much, but I haven't been invited yet.
You will be.
That was was the most curious cat I've ever seen. Well, one thing's for sure. I'd much rather play croquet with the queen than visit mad people. Oh, I do wish she would have told me where I should go.
Mustn't be late.
White Rabbit?
Mustn't be late. Must be late. Not a minute to lose. Hurry.
Oh, Mrs. Rabbit!
No time for that now. Hurry.
Hurry, but hurry where? Oh, please wait, Mrs. Rabbit, please.
No time.
I do wish she would have told me where the queen is playing croquet. I'd like to go there. Actually, at this point, I'd like to go anywhere. I'm so lost. It seems I'll just wander around forever. I'll wander around and around and around and around.
Okay, let's get this party started. Go, come on, I got this, Splenda. Where's the glue? Everybody, get together. Are we ready? Okay.
Twinkle, little bat, how I wonder where you're at. Where's the chamomile?
I don't know, but I know what peppermint is.
All right. You ready? Okay, team. And the March hare. What a delight. What a pleasure. Welcome to my little tea party.
How very thoughtful of you.
Now, you may sit right here. Wait. No, that'll never do. How about here? Oh, no, so dreadfully sorry. I meant over here. Dormouse, how kind of you to join us. You may sit in the teapot.
Not at all.
No, then you'll do quite nicely as my pillow. Did you squeak? Mustn't complain, Dormouse. No complaining at my tea parties, that understood. Now puff yourself up. Much better. Try to stay awake.
Oh, a tea party. I would like to have some tea.
No!
But there's plenty of room.
Have some juice.
I don't see any juice.
That's because there isn't any.
Then it wasn't very civil of you to offer it.
It wasn't very civil of you to sit down without being invited.
Well, I didn't know it was your table. At any rate, you have so many places set up, and there's only 5 of you.
You need to cut your hair.
You should learn not to make personal remarks. It's very rude.
I can give you a haircut and the Dormouse a shave in less time it takes to say 3 thistles threw down their thistle down through 30 thick thermometers.
I don't want a haircut, I'm sure.
Why is a thistle like a thermometer? Quickly.
Oh, good, I love riddles.
Oh, good, I love riddles.
Now, let's see.
Now, let's see.
Why is a thistle like a thermometer?
We just had that riddle. Think up a new one.
But I haven't found the answer to this riddle yet.
Where did you lose it?
I didn't lose it, I haven't found it yet.
Look at all the teacups.
Oh, stop talking in riddles and have some more tea.
But I can't have more tea if I haven't had any yet.
Why, full already?
No, more tea, please.
Splendid.
Last March, before he went mad, the hare and I performed a lovely song given by the Queen. I have a superb singing voice, you know. I was singing quite a lovely song. A twinkle, little bat, how I wonder where you're at. Perhaps you know it?
It sounds familiar.
Oh, it goes on, you know, like... Up above tells us a story.
I second and third the motion.
Motion passed!
That would be nice.
She's asleep. Hold your breath and count to 0.
Once upon a time, there lived 3 little sisters whose names were Elsie, Lacey, and Tilly.
Where did they live?
Stop interrupting! They lived, if you must know, at the bottom of a well. In fact, they lived happily ever after.
Is that all there is to the story?
Of course not. That's how all of his stories begin.
After they lived happily ever after, all sorts of terrible things happened. Elsie and Lacey caught nasty colds, and Tilly pricked her finger with a pin.
That was the best story I've ever heard.
I'm glad it didn't get too complicated.
Here's another story. Once upon a time, there lived 3 sisters, whose names are Elsie, Lacey, and Tilly.
Uh-oh.
And they lived at the bottom of a well.
Sounds like a good one.
They get better every time.
And they took to drawing things.
Drawing things.
What, for example?
Water, for example. They lived at the bottom of a well and they drew water.
Oh, a joke. A rather mild one, actually.
Listen to her!
To tell the truth, I don't think Dormouse's stories are, well, what shall I say?
For one thing, you can't say Dormouses. You need to say Dormice. The Dormice stories. Learn the proper way.
Nice. Me, he's crazy. Why is a raven like a writing desk?
I believe I can guess this one.
Do you mean you can find the answer to it?
Well, yes.
Then you should say what you mean.
I do. At least I mean what I say. It's the same thing, you know.
That's not the same thing at all. You might as well just say, I see what I eat is the same thing as I eat what I see.
You'd might as well just say, I like what I get is the same thing as I get what I like.
Oh, dear.
What day of the month is it?
The 4th.
Stupid watch. 2 days wrong.
What a funny watch. It says the date of the month, and it doesn't even say what time it is.
Why should it? Does yours tell you what year it is?
Well, of course not, but that's because it stays the same year for such a long time.
I want a clean cup. Everyone, move down one. Up! Hey, up!
So you just keep moving around the table?
Yep, we move around as all the cups get used.
But what happens when you come to the beginning again?
Suppose we change the subject.
Oh, this is all so impossible.
Have some more tea.
But I can't have more if I haven't had any yet.
You mean you can't have less? It's very easy to take more than nothing.
Oh, this is the stupidest tea party I've been in all my life.
Who's making personal remarks now?
The very idea! Come along, March Hare, Dormouse, Tweedles. We can do much nicely without her, I'm sure. Gosh, it's a perfect. Just a bunch of baloney is what I call it. I mean, there's only so many days of summer that you can do this. And when someone like you comes around, ruining it, we might as well be owning a truck stop.
What a funny door. But everything's funny today. I may as well go in at once. What pretty flowers. Majesty, but will you please tell me why you're painting those roses red?
Well, you see here, Miss, this here also been a red rose tree.
And we planted in white one by mistake. If the queen were to find out,
We would all have our heads cut off, you know.
Oh,
the queen, if you care to keep your head, miss.
Run for it.
what is the point of a royal possession if no one can see it?
Who are you? What is your name, child?
My name is Alice. So please, Your Majesty.
It doesn't please me. Nothing pleases me. I'm in a constant state of displeasure. I like it that way. Who are they?
I'm sure I don't know.
Why not?
Perhaps it's none of my business.
Are you being impertinent?
No, Your Majesty. I'm being Alice.
She has a fever.
I know a quick cure for the fever.
Off with her head. You wouldn't dare.
What?
Please, dear, she's just a girl.
Well, she'll be a headless little girl if she doesn't mind her manners.
Mind your manners. Do you mind?
I don't mind.
Do you play croquet?
Yes, indeed. It's one of my favorite games.
I invented it. Ask them.
She invented it.
She invented it.
She invented it.
Come then.
Duchess is in prison.
What for?
She was late arriving. That was bad enough. But then she went and boxed the queen's ears, which was worse.
I can imagine.
She'll probably have her beheaded.
This is the most extraordinary croquet game I've ever been to. I mean, I can't believe the queen invented it. She doesn't even seem acquainted with the rules.
She isn't. She dismissed them a long time ago, even before she became acquainted with them.
Did you hear about the Duchess?
Her head gone?
No, but almost. She boxed the queen's ears. Imagine. Don't you think we ought to do something?
There you are, my dear girl. Alice, where have you been? I've been worried sick.
I thought you were arrested for boxing the queen's ears.
No, that's just a rumor.
The queen is coming.
The queen's coming. The queen's coming. So I heard. Well, aren't you frightened?
No, not one bit. Not one little bit.
Off with her head!
I think I changed my mind.
Everyone get to your places!
Everyone, get to your places.
May I remind you, a moment's delay will cost you your lives. You may kiss my hand if you like.
Kiss her hand. I'd rather not.
Off with her head.
This doesn't really seem like the kind of place to play croquet. I mean, it's all ridges and furrows, and the balls are live hedgehogs, and the mallets are
Tweedles! Lily, at your service! Tweedles, at your service!
Tweedles.
One for you. And one for me. Arches? Arches, where are the arches? If something is not done about this in less than no time, there should be an execution all around. You and you, come with me. And you then. Observe my technique, Alice. Stop it, off with the flamingo's head.
But, Your Majesty, you can't play if the flamingo's head is gone.
Ah, yes, of course. Pardon. So, you hold your flamingo, like so, gently hitting the hedgehog, like so. Back up. Make me have a goal. Come on, back up. Did you see Alice?
But you.
Yes, I know. You're quite right. I'm such a remarkable croquet player. Don't you agree? Well, don't you? I order you to applaud. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know what to say.
You don't have any rules, but if you do, nobody follows them.
Off with her head!
Off with her head.
Nonsense! You must have a trial before you cut anyone's head off. You know?
I must.
You must.
Is this true?
Yes, Your Majesty.
You all agree?
Yes.
Let the trial begin. We gotta get out of here. Let's run for it.
The Queen's the judge?
That's the judge.
Silence in the court. Consider your verdict.
Oh, Your Majesty, there's a great deal to come before that.
Ah, yes, of course.
Call the first witness.
Call the first witness.
Witness! Oh, I'm growing.
She's growing.
Stop it! Stop it! You have no right to grow here.
I can't help it. What a curious feeling.
Stop it, or I'll have you executed on the spot if you don't get into that witness stand right now.
I can't help it.
Rule 42. All persons more than a mile high must leave the courtroom.
I am not a mile high.
You are.
Am not.
She's 2 miles high.
Well, I'm not leaving. At any rate, you just made that rule up.
Fine then. I have here the most unimportant piece of evidence here yet. It is a letter written to somebody. What do you have to say about that, Alice?
Is it in my handwriting?
No.
Well then.
You must have imitated someone else's handwriting.
Nonsense. I did not sign the bottom of that letter.
Well, that proves you're guilty then, because an honest person would have signed the letter. And since you didn't, you're guilty.
Nonsense. That doesn't prove anything at all.
Sentence, sentence, let's have the sentence.
But Your Majesty, you haven't found the verdict yet.
Sentence first, verdict afterwards.
Sentence first, verdict afterwards. Nonsense. The idea.
Hold your tongue.
I won't.
Off with her head! Off with her head! Off with her head!
Off with her head.
Off with her head! Off with her head! Off with her head! Off with her head!
Timothy! Timothy!
Off with her head. Off with her head. Off with her head.
Hey, thistle down there. Thistle down for 30 thick thermometers. Oh my! Where is the honey?
You don't scare me. You don't scare me at all.